So the first thing we're going to look at today is 18.1, multiplying polynomial expressions by monomials. I want you guys to take a look at the essential question, and it is, how can you multiply polynomials by monomials? So again, I want you guys to be able to answer this when, once we go through the notes. And so we're actually going to go ahead and get started on page 848, and we're going to look at multiplying monomials. So again, when multiplying monomials, variables with exponents may need to be multiplied. Recall the product of powers property, which states that a to the m power times a to the n power equals a m plus n. Okay? And so if we look at, again, I want you guys to just watch here for a. If we look at 6x cubed and negative 4x to the fourth, we know that these parentheses means that we're going to multiply. And so what we do here is we take out our coefficients and we multiply them together, which gives us a negative 24. And then we take our variables with exponents, we add them together. So we would have negative 24x to the 7th power, because 4 plus 3 equals 7, which goes here. Okay, so now I want you guys to be with me. So we're no longer watching, we are going through the notes together. And so we have 5xy squared, right? We see parentheses, so we're going to multiply times 7xy. And so we're going to rewrite that. So we have 5 times 7, okay, because we're pulling our coefficients and plugging them in here. X, so we're taking our x times x, and then we're going to look at y squared times y. Okay, so here we still have 5 times 7, right? Nothing changes. We don't have a degree on those. And so 5 times 7 is going to be 35. We have x to the 1, so anytime we just have x, it means that we literally have x to the first, because we only have one x. Okay, and if you guys recall, exponents, if we have x squared, we have x times x. If we have x cubed, we have x times x times x. Okay, so we're going to check here. We have x. I'm going to go ahead and erase that. Okay, so we know that we have x to the first power, and we have another x to the first power. And then we have y squared plus 1. And so if we add 1 and 1 together, we have x squared. And if we add 2 and 1 together, we have y cubed. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at number 4. So we have 18 and we have 3. So if I'm separating that, I have 18 times 3. And then I am going to look at my variables here. So I have x, I have y, and I have z. Y, x, z. So I'm going to go ahead and place x first. And so I have x, and my exponents are 3 plus 8. I'm going to go y next, which I have y squared plus 6, because I have y to the 6th over here. So these are going to go together. These are going to go together. And then these are going to go together. And then I have z, 1 plus 4. Okay. And so when I actually go ahead and simplify that, well, 18 times 3 is going to give me 54. So I have 54. And x to the 3rd plus x to the 8th, or times x to the 8th, sorry, we're adding our exponents though. We have x to the 11th, and then we have y to the 8th, because 6 plus 2 is 8, and we have z to the 5th. And so my final answer will be 54x to the 11th, y to the 8th, z to the 5th. Okay.